The president of Image Pros. I've been in the industry imaging world for over 25 years, and our company partnered up with DRTECH to head up U.S. sales for the U.S. This is Daniel. He's the president of DRTECH, and then I have Dr. Loeb, who is a user of the EXTRON 5 here in Chicago. So I met DRTECH at RSNA last year in November when they first got FDA approved on the EXTRON 5. And I've worked with all the major manufacturers for C-arms, OEC, ScanRay, Generay, Siemens, Zeem, all the major manufacturers. So I've always wanted to develop a C-arm, really like the EXTRON 5. They came up with every feature that I've ever wanted to see in a C-arms. So they're a flat panel detector company in South Korea. They own about 40% of the domestic market share, but they've been known for their flat panel detector technology. They also developed the C-arm over the past 3 years of R&D, working with doctors to kind of find out what the needs of the U.S. doctors were, and they developed this EXTRON 5. So we're going to talk a little bit about the technology and who DRTECH is. So some of the things is they have the IGZO detector panel, which is developed by DRTECH, and they're the only C-arm company that developed their own flat panel detector. So that allows them to reduce radiation, improve image quality, and combine it with their C-arm, especially a lot of the other C-arm manufacturers buy the flat panel from somebody else and then integrate it with their C-arm. But because they manufactured it, they're able to really control it. Very low dose, very good image quality. We also have the 15 kilowatt rotating anode, which is the same as you'll get in like an OEC, their flat panel systems. They're 9900, so you have plenty of power to get great image quality. A lot of really nice features as far as like you have this 43-inch articulating arm. Everything is color coded, so it makes it easy where all the brakes are to kind of for all the movements of the C-arm. You also have 45 degrees of over rotation and then 120 degrees of under rotation. But we went head to head against a lot of the other like OEC flat panel detector. Doctors love it, great image quality, the value, the warranty. So it's a really, really nice system that they came out with. We'll talk a little bit about the detector again. It comes in a 30 by 30. If you're orthopedics doing hip replacement, if you're doing vascular surgery, you want the bigger detector. For pain management, spine, really a 21 by 21 is sufficient. You have different, you can go all the way to 120 kV to 6 MA, or in boost mode, you can go to 120 kV to 40 MA. They do have a model called the EXTRON 7 if you want to do a rad shot. If you want to do maybe pre-surgery x-ray or post-surgery x-ray, you can go with the EXTRON 7. You'll have that capability to do a rad shot. 300,000 heat units capacity. It's fan cooled. It's a really, really robust system. It's similar to a Super C, if you know what a 9900 Super C is. It has a bigger depth of arc than most C-arms, 29. Free space is 31.5. Again, we talked about some of the movements. There is a wireless foot control. In the US, we're really stocking the wireless foot control with the articulating arm. And again, if anybody wants to do a personalized demo on the system after the presentation, we can walk over to the C-arm and I can show it to you in detail. I'm sorry? Okay. Again, we talked about the IGZO panel. The difference between this panel and the competition, this one's 10 times faster than any other panel on the market. They have smaller pixel sizes, 148 pixel size for very high resolution. So let's skip this there. This talks a little bit about the IGZO panel being 10 times faster than the competition. Most of the competitors are 184 pixel size. We're at 140 on the 21 by 21 and 148 on the 30 by 30. There's no distortion on our flat panel detectors, as you'll see on other systems out there. You have auto brightness control, memory. So basically, most panels, when you're looking at auto brightness, it will take a look at the whole field of view. This one's specific to the area of interest. So you'll do automatic brightness memory on the area of interest. So it's going to just be specific to the area and not white out the rest of the image. So it's pretty unique to DRTECH. So the 30 by 30 is basically a 12-inch field of view, and a 21 by 21 is comparable to a 9. This talks a little bit about the area of interest versus some of the competitors that will kind of white it all out and white out the image. This one will focus on the area of interest and do and have the memory. So you take one shot, and then the next one will just memorize where the area of interest was. Talks about some of the different, everything's generated times low dose. We're 2.5 times less the dose of the competitors, which is super important. The doctors they're all radiation conscious, so to have that be 2.5 times less than the competition is super important. This is a little comparison with the DRTECH, GE, Philips, Zeem, and if you look at the dose rate, it shows that, you know, this is OEC is 2.5 times higher, Philips is 1.9 higher, and so on. Some of the other competitors. Again, EXTRON versus a 9900, 2.5 times higher, better image quality than the 9900. This is Philips Radius. They're 1.9 higher than us. Zeem, and you get it 2.2, so we have the lowest on the market for flat panel. Noise reduction, needle enhancement. A lot of our doctors like it. When you're putting the needle in the body, you can see that the needle will light up. You know exactly where it's at. Most of the competitors, it's very hard to see the needle. On the EXTRON, it's really apparent. Noise reduction, there's very little lag. I can show you some better pictures of that in a minute. This is the noise reduction compared to the competition. So this shows you the lag. This is the noise reduction on the right. You see very little ghosting, and then you see a lot of ghosting on the left. So that's a really nice feature. Another comparison of the lagging on the right with the R&R versus without. You see the ghosting. Talks a little bit about the noise reduction. This is metal artifact. On the right it's off, on the left it's on. So you see on the right, when you insert any metal, or if they have metal in the body, it will white out the image. On the left, with it on, it gives you a really clean image and it doesn't white out the image. Needle enhancement, it's kind of a funny picture, but you can see where the needle's at versus on the right with no needle enhancement. Again, more of the needle with it on. These are some of the images of the system. Very high quality, high definition. We have them, it's just got FDA approved in November of last year at RSNA. So we don't have a huge install base, but we do have them throughout the country. They are very stable systems. Doctors love them. We're just trying to get the word out and introduce it to the market. But it's a great system. 15.6 touchscreen tech monitor. It's a true tech monitor. We'll show you a picture of the spine. You can operate the whole C-arm from the tech monitor. Does have a built-in laser. Again, we talked about the brakes. Wireless foot control is really nice, so you don't have a cord in the middle of the room. You have to, roll the bed over or anything like that. The collimators are nice. You have a bunch of different collimators you can use. They're all virtual. You can bring it over to the left, right, down. You can bring it in, so it has a lot of really nice collimator functions. Again, we talked about some of this stuff already. The articulating arm is great. I love it. The doctors love it because you have this nice big monitor and you can move it all around. Free space is 31.5 inches from SID and then 29 inches for the depth of arc. And it shows you some of the competitors, GE, Philips, Zeem, Siemens. We have bigger, bigger depth of arc and bigger SID. Wireless foot control can be programmed to 14 different functions. On the right, you see all the different ones, so you can make all those 14 functions on each one of the different buttons on the wireless foot control. Unlimited recording. We have about 500,000 image storage, 1 terabyte of memory. It does have built-in DICOM. You can send right to your PACs, 2 USB ports. So it has a lot of really, really nice features. If the monitor cart goes down, you could still operate the C-arm and still do cases. And this is some feedback from customers through the domestic market, things that they like about the system the best. And they kind of have some feedback on the right. I want to turn the mic over to Dr. Loeb, and he'll tell you about his experience with the system.
Thank you so much, Dave. Actually, the first time I've learned about some of the tech, I've actually had a chance to use the device. So I'm a surgeon here in Chicago, and I wish my hospital had one of these. I have one in my office. I do a lot of procedures related to pain, spine injections, imaging, and whatnot for perioperative follow-up and that sort of thing. So I've had one for a while, and I love it. I mean, this is. I like the idea of the low radiation. I like the idea. I've been doing surgery for 50 years. I'm 76. I'm a dinosaur that should have retired. So I've seen everything that's come along. This is the best imaging device I've seen in my entire career. I'm older, my eyes aren't so great, so the monitors are fantastic. I mean, I don't have to strain to see. I can see them like from across the room, so I don't have to worry about where the monitors are. It's very easy to move that with the articulating arm, so you can actually see from any position where the patient is. The device is light, it's easy to use, easy to manipulate. For doing procedures. The patients like it because it kind of looks high-tech. It actually looks more modern, so the patients actually are more impressed that you're up to date. You're providing the state-of-the-art, the best care. They like the idea of low radiation. I like the idea of low radiation. For my patients, I actually work a lot with younger people, with children, so I don't want to radiate them. So that's really a plus in that regard. I can't say enough about the quality of the image. This is the best image quality of any device I've worked with. It's crisp, it's clear. As Dave said, there's no lag. You can move the patient around and do whatever you want. Move the detector around the patient as needed without losing any quality. So that's clearly superior. As I told you, I do a lot of procedures, a lot of injections, intradiscal injections, facet injections, and the quality of the image is spectacular. The ability to see my needle is better than any device I've seen. So I actually can tell where I am, as opposed to I think this is the needle. I think this is the right place. It's a much better device for any procedures that you want to do, any imaging that you want to do, and I really like everything about it. I'm kind of a technology-oriented person, as many of us are. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing what we do. This is the slickest device I've ever worked with. So I'm happy to answer practical questions that you have. But this is really it's a superior product in every way. I've got you know, you work in surgery centers, you work in hospitals, and it's a lot to get your hospital to buy into new devices. You know, the hospital has all these OAC devices that are like 20, 30 years old that I'm still stuck with. So I'm kind of jealous because I have a better system in my office than I have in the hospitals. And so, but, you know, but I think that this is just a great advancement in imaging, and it makes the procedures easier. Nurses like it, techs like it, patients like it, and clearly I like the device a lot, and I'm happy to use it. I would encourage you to you know, try it out while you're here. The device is here for you to use and just kind of see for yourself. I think this will be impressed. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know if this integrates with some of the robots. That's a technology question. Yeah, I think the company would work with you, but like I said, I don't have a robot in my office, so I haven't, that hasn't come up. So. Oh yeah, that's a great question, because the other devices I've seen don't have enough power to do obese patients. This is perfect. So you know, you work here in the States. A lot of our patients, you know, I deal with patients 300-400 pounds. You know, and unfortunately, my table will hold somebody that heavy, but you know, they get so thick, the conventional devices won't penetrate enough to get a good image. This is no problem. So that's I'm glad you asked that, because that's one of the advantages of the system.
So for like Globus Excelsius robots, right? You need to attach the some marker balls at the receiver end, and then you take the image, and then you merge the image with the CAT scan. And then I was wondering if that's in the pipeline. You guys have any plan to like turn this into like a G-arm from Globus? You know how they have the fat panel detector that goes around the patient to get the intraoperative CT?
Right, but I've used their system now for a couple of years. But it's new to it, kind of for a couple months. And it's very reliable every time. Plus, if I'm wrong, but the service contract includes parts and things like that. So, yeah, so if something goes out, you just replace it for it. It's part of the lease.
Actually, the future of Xi'an is emerging, incorporating the navigation system and the 3D city, 3D Xi'an. What is your plan for that?
Every year, these have for 3 years we have a step by step, which we have to follow. We know that this is important to get this picture.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. You guys want to see it over there down the
Yeah, well, for it to be the most accurate, I think with Boost, Boost is going to give you the highest number.
Hello everyone, sorry to interrupt. We wanted for you to choose 2 people in the audience actually to give them 2 of the gifts that we brought from the National Museum of Korea. There are 2 fans, and then we are going just to do one lucky draw this time. Yeah, the people that you feel like participated the most or like. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, is there a number 35?
35.
35? Samship O?
Go 35. Go once. Go twice. Done.
No,
Next
35.
one.
Ten?
Number 10.
Number 10. Congratulations. So this one is a music box, so we hope you will enjoy it. Thank you so much.